guys, today in ancient history, we are moving on to ancient China, and we are going to be making a lapbook to go along with the lessons that we are doing throughout our ancient China learning. So I thought I'd go ahead and make another video about lapbooks and us creating a lapbook. When I first started homeschooling, I did not know what a lapbook was, and after we have done a few, we have quickly all fallen in love with the process of creating and learning by using lapbooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you along for our ancient China lapbook. So today we are on the first page of our lapbook. So we have torn out our pages that we need for today. We are making a timeline. So I have those pages, and I also have our manila folders that we will use to assemble all of our learning pieces as we go along. If you do not know what a lapbook is, I will explain it just a little bit. It's basically a learning tool that can be used as a hands-on aid to learning about a certain topic, and this you can use any topic you want to. We do a lot of them through Easy Peasy in science and history, and we have really enjoyed them thoroughly. I will link down below the video I created last year when we did, what did we do last year in history?
We did
Early American history. Early American history we did last year through Easy Peasy, and we created an Iroquois lapbook in the beginning of the year. So I will link that video down below. That was a really fun one as well. And today we're just going to show you a bit of how we are starting on our ancient China lapbook. And then I will record as the lessons go on, as the days go on, and then at the end of all of our lessons and once our lapbooks are assembled, I will put the video together and you will have a full video of how we created our ancient China lapbook. So follow along with us. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, so we are moving on to ancient China. Okay, this is going to be your lapbook folder. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your AD pieces and you're going to cut out the squares, rectangles individually.
Ooh.
So start doing that. And it'll be easier if you keep your AD pieces and your BC pieces separate. So then you have
toilet paper.
Separate pages or separate piles then to sort onto your timelines. So go ahead and start these by cutting out your dates. And on the back of your growing rice piece right here, put some glue on there.
So should I do this one below it?
Hold on 1 second. And then flip that over
Rice.
and glue it down right there.
Nice.
So now you have your whole
Thing will fold up.
BC timeline, okay? Yep, and then you can fold it back up. So then when we fold up the folder, it'll keep inside, all right? And then when you want to look at it, you can open it up and you can say, oh, when was the rotary fan invented? Oh, 200 BC. And you can keep that in your head as like a random fact, and you can blow someone's socks off with that random fact one day.
Someone doesn't. What if my friend doesn't have socks? Then you blow their shoes off.
When we open them up, so go ahead and open that one for me. Here's his BC timeline, and it tells us when each of these things were originated or invented or whatever, discovered. And then when you open up the next one, it just flows right into the next set of dates. So that is pretty cool. That was fun learning, just to see the order of how certain things were found or discovered. So yeah, that was day 1 of our ancient China lapbook, and then these just fold right back up. And then we are gonna have to let them dry a bit because
She went over there. I'm sorry.
yeah, we got a little
There we
overboard
go.
on the, on the glue, but that's all right. So yep, go ahead and fold them back up, and then that's the first part of our lapbook, and then you can just close it up nice and neat, and then we'll put a cover on this later on down the road. Okay, so our page today has a quote on it from Confucius, so we're going to read it, and then in your best handwriting, we're going to copy it down below, and then we're going to cut this out, and we're going to glue it down in our lapbook. Easton, can you read us the quote, please? Zoe, follow along as Easton reads.
What you do not want done to you, do not do to others.
Very good. What you do not want done to you, do not do to others. Is this true in life?
Yes.
If you do not want someone to steal from you, are you going to steal something from someone else? No, absolutely not, because it wouldn't be kind, but it also is a sin and it displeases God, right? All right, very good. So, Zoe, nice and neat as best as you can, copy this quote down below in the lines, okay? Okay, we are on day 3 today of our lapbook. Our page today is on Emperor Qin, Emperor Qin maybe?
The King Bean.
Not quite sure how to pronounce that, but we are reading a short little bit of information about him, and then the directions on their page,
Wow, look at me.
they are supposed to cut around this large rectangle, and then we will fold it, and then the this part will get glued down on the page, and then it'll be like a folding flap. Inside they are supposed to write some information about him from our reading, but I have gone ahead and written some notes from our reading today. So then they will cut this out and they will actually go ahead and glue the information down inside the little folded tab once we're done that. Sometimes I type and just let them glue it down. They've already done a good bit of handwriting today, so this will just save a little bit on the handwriting part, which they are a little bit maxed out from today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that, and then that'll wrap up day number 3 for us. Okay. All right, so here is a page for you and a page for you. So let's go ahead and read our information. You can start cutting out, Zoe, you can start cutting out your rectangle if you'd like to while I read. So cut out right along the edge. Don't cut down the middle of the picture. Keep it all attached. And then you can fold it in half, okay? And I want you to listen, please, while I read to you. The Qin dynasty ruled in China from 221 BC to 206 BC. This picture right here is a stone rubbing of a carved relief from the Han Dynasty depicting Jin Qi's assassination attempt on Qin Shi Huang. So there was an assassination attempt on his life. So that means someone tried to murder him while he was ruler, okay?
Does he have a chin?
Chin. It's Emperor Chin.
Do you have a chin?
Say it again. Say it again.
Emperor Chin.
Emperor Chin.
Mama, stop it.
All right, Easton, here's yours. Go ahead and open it up. Zoe, you can glue your, so do you see on this side? You're going to put glue on there, and then you're gonna put it down. So let's talk a little bit about the Great Wall of China. Today, the Great Wall is over 13,000 miles long. The length in the Lapbook piece is about ancient China. So the length we talk about today will be about ancient China. But in modern times, so right now today, the Great Wall is over 13,000 miles long.
What?
Measures of the ancient Great Wall range from 1,500 to 5,000 miles in length.
Great Wall of China. 1A, 1,000 miles. B, 4,000 miles. C, 10,000 miles.
And remember, we're talking about ancient China at this point, not modern times. So,
Tiny box.
ancient China times how long is the Great Wall? Which of those answers is most accurate?
A and B.
A and B? Do you remember from our reading which one makes more sense?
It goes from 1,000 to 5,000.
What was it, 1,500 to 5,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be more of an average in there?
B.
B, which is what answer?
4,000.
4,000 miles. So
Can
go
I
ahead and
look at my
circle.
phone?
Go ahead and circle letter B. Zoe, circle letter B.
No.
I can't because my B's covered up with the paper.
Okay, just circle the whole answer then. The 4,000 miles.
I circled B.
Okay.
When?
All right, number 2. Flip.
Can I read it?
Flip to number 2. Let Zoe try to read it.
None of us.
When did the
Chinese.
Chinese start to build the walls?
Good job, Zoe. When did the Chinese start to build the wall?
543 BC.
Was it 771 BC? Was it 45 BC? Or 543 AD?
45 BC.
You're saying 45 BC?
No, I'm saying 70.
I'm saying the same as these.
What's your answer?
A.
A?
A.
Let me see if you're right. You are correct. 771 BC. Nice.
What's it say on it?
Ancient China.
Look on the back.
Ah, you're a terracotta warrior?
Yep.
Nice. Good job.
Thanks.
Is it fun? All right, so we wrapped up our lap book today for ancient China. So lots of gluing, lots of cutting, as you saw throughout this week, but we just love using these for learning. They're just a really fun way to make things hands-on and learn at the same time. And these are also a wonderful tool Lapbooks are a wonderful thing to be able to take for year-end evaluations because everything's kind of contained in one spot, and it's typically all around one subject. So I just throw a couple of our Lapbooks in for our history and science, and that gives the evaluator just kind of a good recap of some things that we learned throughout the year. And then she can see handwriting that they've done, and there's reading involved and research. So yes, we enjoy Lapbooks very, very much. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching if you did. And if you have any questions about any of the content or Lapbooks in general, please leave them down below, and I am happy to answer as best as I can. We will talk very, very soon.